And we are back with Community Spotlight right here on 105.3 WSGC. And we want to start this off by just saying if you haven't yet, go get tickets now at emhcare.net. Click on the About, go down to EMH Foundation, and that will be the foundation page. And then you can go and look at all the different things, events that are coming up, and find out more about Elbert Memorial Hospital and Elbert Memorial Hospital Foundation. One of those events will be the big. It will be a big time at Blue Cielo Farms, and Mr. Clay Page will be in concert. So we're really looking forward to that, as well as we've got more folks that will be there, including Dawson Scarborough will be opening up the night, and then Caleb Hunnicut. Caleb Hunnicut joins us now, and so good morning to you, Caleb.
Good morning.
Caleb, thank you so much for joining us here at the WSGC studios. And, man, I have gotten to know you. I actually met you or heard you. I was emceeing at the Bobby Brown Park for one of the southbound. It was either a year or 2 years ago.
I think it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yes, sir.
And that was my first time hearing you, and really loved it. And you not only do cover, I mean, you write music as well.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I try to write as much as I can.
Caleb, where do you call home?
Right now, home is Cannon, but I was born and raised out in Reed Creek in Hartwell. So.
Okay. I found out too that from Rebecca, you've got some ties to Elberton. Did your mom or does your mom work in Elberton?
So she used to work for Rob Leverett.
Yes.
In Elberton.
Okay.
A few years back, yes, sir.
And so yeah, I had recently heard that, and so but music. How did you get into music? How did that happen?
I feel like it's such a stereotypical story, but like I grew up in a Baptist church, so naturally my mom sang in church, you know, and you go to church, you sing the hymns, and then I eventually was in the praise band as I got older. So that was kind of my start, and then I started writing and kind of getting more and more into doing music on my own and kind of branching out, and then I actually met Clay Page, and he was such an inspiration. You know, I told him, I was like, look, I've been writing these songs. I just want you to look at the lyrics and tell me if I'm chasing my tail or if I'm possibly able to go somewhere. And he said, man, this is good. You need to do something with it. So
awesome.
Ever since then, I've just been pushing as hard as I can.
Awesome. Well, look, folks, we'll get to listen to a song shortly, and it's actually a song that you and Clay Page wrote together, a co-write. And tell us about this song.
Well, we were getting ready to do the Bobby Brown stuff, and Clay called me one day, and he said, you want to get together and do a songwriting session? I said, oh, yeah, man, I'm down. You know, when do you want to do it? And he said, oh, let's do it tonight. And I was like, oh, okay. So I got to his house that night, and we didn't know what we were going to write. We were kind of like, okay, well, we're here. We're ready to write, but we didn't have any ideas. And he kind of made the comment, you know, man, this never gets old. And it was like the light bulb went off. You know what I mean? It was
yes.
Like,
that's
a great line. So we wrote it all that night. You know, he helped me get the guitar part down, and we were bouncing lyrics off each other. And then I recorded the demo vocals early the next morning, like after midnight early. And I got home, and then about lunchtime that day, he sent me a text and was like, hey, what do you think of this? And he sent me the full studio recording that he had kind of produced and everything, and it was amazing. I mean, that was my first time being in a studio recording. Really my first time doing a songwriting session with another artist, so that was it was an experience for sure, and a good one at that.
Pretty cool. Well, folks, we want to introduce you to Caleb Hunnicut, but also to that song, and it is Caleb Hunnicut with Never Gets Old. Let's listen to this and more coming up with Caleb Hunnicut and the huge concert for July 13th. That coming up right after this. Let's listen in to Never Gets Old, Caleb Hunnicut, and co-written by Clay Page.
Somebody must have said a prayer, 'cause the night went pretty good. There's a few dollars in the tip jar, 'cause them boys played the way they should. We'll drink a few cold beers and we'll head to the motel room. We'll be gone before the sun comes up, pedal to the floor, burn a fuel. Like the feeling of coming home after being gone too long. something that never gets old. He had the porch light on when I pulled into the drive. Said she was gonna go to bed, but she stayed up all night, pacing by the front door, waiting for me to get on in. Take it easy, lay her down till I hit that road again. Like the feeling of coming home after being gone too long. Like a Baptist Sunday morning, singing them gospel songs. A phone call from mama, seeing if I'm alright. In a world full of so much wrong, it brings me a little light. Yeah, there's something that never gets old. In a world where everybody's chasing new, everything that got me to where I am, I hold on to. Like the feeling of coming home after being gone too long. Like a Baptist Sunday morning, singing them gospel songs. Phone call from mama, seeing if I'm alright. In a world full of so much wrong, it brings me a little light. Yeah, that's something that never gets old. Yeah, that's something that never gets old.
And that was Caleb Hunnicut, Never Gets Old, a song that was co-written with Clay Page. And I guess, was that recorded with Clay at Clay Studio?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Oh.
we recorded that in Clay's studio.
Awesome. Awesome. And look, we're looking forward and just can't thank you enough for coming out on July the 13th. I'll be there, and the Elbert Memorial Hospital Foundation. It's a benefit for the foundation. But we're looking forward. That's going to be a fun night on July 13th.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And your band, you travel good, around locally with the band.
Yes, sir.
Who all's in the Caleb Hunnicut band?
So the Caleb Hunnicut band consists of my drummer's Michael Brown, my guitar player is Asher Richardson, and then my bass player is Mr. Rick Jones. So we've been doing a little bit of traveling. We've got a lot more coming up. We're going to be heading to Murfreesboro, Tennessee in the fall, and then we're heading to Glenville, North Carolina in August.
Awesome.
And so we play a lot of local places too, like Boathouse, Tilly's, stuff like that. We're trying to come out more in Elberton. We'll be at Blue Cielo naturally on the 13th of July, and hopefully can come out more than that. So
Look, this is going to be awesome, and want folks to know that you can get tickets now. You can get your tickets now. Just go to emhcare.net and then click on events, and then from there you can purchase your tickets. These tickets are $25 each, and it is ages 21 and older for this event. No pets at this event, but it is 21 and older on that July 13th. So the gates open at 5 p.m. Music starts at 6 with Dawson Scarborough, 7 Caleb Hunnicut, and 8 Clay Page. Blue Cielo Farms located at 2401 Pine Ridge Drive right here in Elberton. And, man, we're just going to have a great time. It's a beautiful – have you been out there?
yeah, I've done a couple of solo shows out there.
Yeah, I think I saw that on the thing. It's really a beautiful backdrop.
Absolutely.
It just the nature and where do you have any local shows coming up like that? And
I've got one at the local in Anderson, at the local on the lake.
Yes.
Out off of 29 going towards Anderson on Saturday. I'll be there from 6 to 9. It's just a solo show.
Yeah.
And then the next big band show as of right now will be on July 13th. Me and the guys are going to get ready. We're going to have we're going to be playing Never Gets Old naturally, but we're also going to have 2 other songs that'll be the first time they get played in front of anyone.
Oh, wow, some more originals.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I feel an EP coming.
Absolutely. We're working on it. We're working on it.
And And look, before we wrap up, I want some influences. What are some of the country influences that you've had? Sometimes when you've people may have a wide spectrum of music, but who are some of your musical influences coming up?
Man, that's tough. Growing up, I just remember riding in the truck with my dad, or riding in the car with my mom. It was '90s country. It was '90s like Alan Jackson. Early Tim McGraw, stuff like that. But I'll tell you what, just my biggest goal with my music is I want people to hear my music and know it's genuine. I want people to hear my music and know that whatever I've written, either I've experienced it or I've seen someone who has experienced that.
Right.
And I want my music to, I know it sounds cliche, but I want my music to make a change in someone's life, even if they have an awful day or an awful week or an awful year. If they can listen to one of my songs and for the next 2 minutes and 30 seconds, it kind of gets them out of their own head, then I've done my job as a musician. That's my biggest
That's
goal.
awesome. I mean, that is awesome. And I tell you what, folks, we just look forward to seeing Caleb Hunnicut. This will be the second annual Dale Lyman Memorial Concert for Cancer, benefiting Elbert Memorial Hospital, July 13th. Again, get your tickets now. Go to emhcare.net/event and then click on Concert for Cancer to purchase your tickets now. $25 each. You can also purchase tickets at Northeast Georgia Bank and Home Sweet Home. So those businesses have tickets available. And if you're out at Blue Cielo Farms this weekend, you can purchase your tickets for July 13th at Blue Cielo Farms as well. So, man, this is going to be a great, great time. And, Caleb, I can't thank you enough for coming by and sharing with us. And before we wrap up, anything you want to
I also want to say that I personally am going to be giving away 2 tickets to this concert.
Really?
I've got a sponsor. It's called Wolves. You can find them on Instagram. It's WLVES. They're an apparel brand. They're made in America. They support the American way of life, and I'm really big on patriotism, stuff like that. So I'm going to be giving away some Wolves merch. I've got some merch of my own coming. I'm going to be giving away. It's going to be like a care package, essentially.
Okay.
So we're going to be partnering with Wolves and giving away 2 tickets to July 13th, hopefully within the next week. So
how do they find you, or how do they find out?
You can find me on
Facebook?
All social media. It's Caleb Hunnicut Music, except for TikTok and Instagram. TikTok and Instagram is just Caleb Hunnicut, but Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff. I have a lot more originals on YouTube they can check out too. So
all right, folks, look up Caleb Hunnicut Music right now and check out that giveaway that he is doing on his social media sites, and that is going to be awesome. And just go like it right now. Go to the social media and like Caleb Hunnicut Music and show him some love. And then come on out. We're going to have a big time. Dawson Scarborough, Caleb Hunnicut, and Clay Page. And Clay has been everywhere. I can't even count. He's Texas and Colorado, and he's just been all over the place lately. So come on out and see him. And, Caleb, something I realized I have so Clay was in L.A., in Los Angeles.
yes.
So I have some, believe it or not, we have some listeners from here out there. So somebody had went to a show, and so Clay ended up telling me, this is like 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, somebody had called, and of course he was on American Idol.
Yeah.
So it's huge, and they said that they knew me and listened. And he was just blown away because he was in L.A. So he said, "This is crazy."
Yeah, that's
awesome.
And
but we forget sometimes locally, like Clay goes, he's a big deal. I mean, people
for
like,
sure.
yes.
Like I texted him. I guess it would have been 3 weeks ago, and I was like, "Hey man, what you doing?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm out here. I think it was Arkansas, maybe. I'm out here in Arkansas." And I was like, "Oh,
yeah."
I thought you were home, man." He was like, "No, I'm on the road." I was like, "Dude, go get it."
Yeah, he'll hit the road and hard, and he's a hard worker.
For sure.
I mean, and so, but to come back home and to do something for the hospital like this is just incredible, and we just love it that you're a part of it. And I don't know if you know Dawson yet, but Dawson, he's just a great guy.
I don't, but I've seen some of his stuff on Facebook, and man, that you talk about old school country.
He fills the void there. Yes, if you need some old country, he's gonna fill that up for you. So, and man, I think we're gonna have a ball. It's gonna be a great, great time, and looking forward to it. As far as I know, I'm the MC, so unless y'all come up with somebody better. But we're gonna have a great time, and a cool stage, cool sound. Everything's just gonna be awesome. So Sound guy is and stage guy is awesome. So it's just gonna be a great time.
Well, and for $25, I mean that's a whole lot of musical talent to see
It
for
is.
$25.
Yes.
You know, I don't
Yeah.
know if anybody's been on Ticketmaster or anything lately. You
Yeah.
can't go to a concert for $25
No,
anymore.
no.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's all for a good cause.
That's right. So we're looking forward to it. Come on out, y'all. If you hadn't met Caleb Hunnicut, you can July the 13th. We're going to have a great time. Get your tickets now. I know 4th of July week is coming up next week. So get your tickets now. Make your plans and go to emhcare.net /event and go ahead and get those tickets online. Again, you can get them at the Chamber of Commerce, Blue Sailor Farms, Home Sweet Home, all have tickets in Northeast Georgia Bank. So you can get tangible tickets at those locations or online tickets at emhcare.net /event. All right, Caleb, thank you, man. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you so much.
This has been a
an
ball.
honor.
Yeah,
this is my first radio interview,
yeah.
so it's been an honor.
I hope we didn't scare you away.
No, not at
come
all.
back. Come
Not
back
at all.
sometime.
Absolutely.
Come back sometime. All right. All right, folks, stay tuned. We've got more great music coming your way right here on Alberton's hometown radio station. More music coming up right after this. Hey, this is Stan the Man, and I'm here at Dean's Grocery with Buck Dean himself. Francis Dean Drive is where you need to